In a world where trees tower over 100 feet, 2 fish will survive. What 2 fish? Watch the Devonian Period, Age of Fish, in theaters near you.
Welcome to the news on the fly. I believe it's time for the weather here. So next up is Amanda Rose Capilla on the weather on the 7s.
Sunny outside with a little windy, with flowers, with clouds. The flowers go when it's so rainy, so pouring.
Thank you, Amanda Rose Capilla, for that weather on the 7s. Next up, we have an interview with Dr. Alexandra Capilla. She is an expert on the Devonian Period. We'll be right back after these
We're
messages.
here to offer you a great deal. Yes, we are. A once-in-a-lifetime limited edition Devonian Dirt. It's the first stable soils. Only $19.95. But wait, there's more. If you buy one now, we'll give you 1 bag absolutely free.
Welcome to the news on the fly. Today I am glad to bring into here Dr. Alexandra Capilla. You may come in now. And I believe the audience has questions for you, so if you would enjoy answering them. One was, how long was the Devonian Period?
The Devonian Period lasted around 50 to 65 million years long.
Wow. Okay, the second question we have here was, what was the climate like in the Devonian Period?
The climate was mostly hot and dry due to the fact that the continents were so close to the equator.
Okay. What were the first fish of the Devonian Period?
The first fish of the Devonian Period were the ostracoderms. They were fish without gills and without jaws. They were the first fish to have, they were the first creature to have a backbone. They had shell-like skin to protect them.
Okay. Number 4 on our list would be, what was the second development of fish in the Devonian Period?
The second development of fish were the placoderms. They were fish with jaws and gills, and they still had the shell-like skin like the ostracoderms. However, it was mostly on the head and neck.
Okay. Number 5 on our list would be, what was the top predator of the Devonian Period at this time?
The top predator of the Devonian Period was the Dunkleosis. The Dunkleosis had large, bony plates that stuck down on its mouth, and they were deadly to all fish, sharks, and even other Dunkleosis. Its length ranged between 10 feet and 23 feet.
Were there sharks in the Devonian Period?
There were sharks in the Devonian Period. They were called chondrichthyses. They were said to have evolved from placoderms. However, they were said to have lost the ability to form their shell-like skin. And little evidence is shown about the chondrichthyses, except for their teeth were left behind.
Okay. Is there any other fish that you would like to tell us about?
There were the ostracoderms. They were fish that had fleshy lobes at the end of their fins, and these were the fish that were said to have evolved into the first land creatures.
Okay, number 9 on our list, actually number 8, where did the name Devonian come from?
The name Devonian came from Devon, England, where the first fish for the Devonian were discovered and studied.
And I believe you just came back from there?
Yes.
On a dig, I believe?
There.
Very cool. How did the Devonian end?
The Devonian ended in a mass extinction. Species of mostly all the reef building communities were wiped out. And one reef in specific, the Great Barrier Reef, was in Australia and underwater at that time, which is now high and dry in Australia. And scientists believe that it was caused by a decrease of global cooling, which was a decrease of atmosphere levels due to the new foresting on land. It was also other scientists said that it was caused by a large meteor impact, but there's very little evidence to prove that theory.
Number 10 on our list would be, did any fish survive the mass extinction?
The keelowcath did survive the mass extinction. However, it was thought to have died in the Mesozoic era with the dinosaurs. However, in 1938, living keelowcath was caught, and since then, more and more have been seen in the Indian Ocean.
Okay. We're down to 2 more questions here. What were the subdivisions of the Devonian period?
There was the Lacovian, the Persian, the Mesian, Athelian, Geutan, Frisian, and Flamanian.
Okay, anything else you would like to tell us?
During this time, most of the land lay submerged underwater, and also during this time, the 2 continents of Europe and America, and Gondwana, which were all the rest of the continents, were compacting together, forming the Appalachian, as we know, the Appalachian Mountains.
Nice. I believe that's all the time we have here, so...
We also had the fact that trees during this time were extremely tall, over 100 feet, and during this time, because of this, there was extremely fertile soil for the first time.
Okay.
And yeah,
I believe that's all the time we have here. So, thank you very much for coming, and you know your way out.
Baby, come back. Oh, you can blame it all on me. News with for what check?
did you know that Devonian rocks are oil and gas producers in some areas?
You don't say.
Yeah, I learned it in school.
Wow. School.
We should go to school more often.
I know, you can learn a lot.
Mm-hmm.